Hey guys, it's Will. It's Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, welcome and thank you for finding us. If you want to give us a sub and a thumbs up and a comment and all that fun stuff, it would be much appreciated. We are on the road to 5,000 subscribers, so that's super exciting. If you want to know a secret, when I started doing Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society, it originally started on Instagram, came to YouTube, and then I started a Facebook group. My plan, or my goal rather, was to have 5,000 followers across all platforms. I thought that would be like my max, like that's where I would hit a ceiling. And now we have almost 5,000 just on YouTube. We have like 2,000 in the Facebook group, which has the same name as this channel. And then we have almost 60,000 on Instagram. So like 67,000? That's insane. It is insane to think about. Like, I kind of know the number roughly in my head, but when I actually think about it, like when I thought there's no way we're going to have more than 5,000 and now we have 67,000 and we're still growing. That's just mind-blowing to me. So, and the credit is all to you, not to me, because you're the ones who find this channel and who subscribe and who follow and who comment, and who, you know, the comments really drive us up in the algorithm. And if you share the videos, that really helps too. So thank you so much for being a part of this community. What are we here to talk about today? It's Vinegar Syndrome. So Vinegar Syndrome has announced 2 more Hong Kong releases that are coming out in January of 2023. So they will be out this month. I've already pre-ordered one of them. I bet you can guess what it is when I tell you the titles. So Undeclared War, the Ringo Lam film, and then also Made in Hong Kong Volume 1, which makes me think maybe we'll get more volumes of this Made in Hong Kong series, which is super exciting. So Undeclared War is a movie I have reviewed before. It is a Ringo Lam film, and it's kind of an international co-production that has, part of it takes place in Poland, and then it comes to Hong Kong, and it's like the CIA is involved, and Interpol is involved, and the Hong Kong cops are involved, and Danny Lee is in it, and Vernon Wells is in it, and it's this kind of, and they go to mainland China, and so it's kind of this like massive, I think it came out in 1990, if I'm not mistaken. It's very much a film of that era, where you have like these characters who are kind of international crime and drug smuggling and syndicates and like assassinations, and kind of like in keeping with like, you know, like the Lethal Weapon movies and Seagal movies. And like what I said in my review of this film is, I don't think this is like among the very best of Ringo Lam films, but I would say that it's still a very good film. And I would put it in like maybe the B tier of Ringo Lam films, but at like the top of the B tier. And what I compare it to is like the very good Seagal movies. Now, I know there are people in the world who think, Will, what are you talking about? There are no good Seagal movies. You are wrong, because Seagal was in some really good movies. Now, I can see how you would think Seagal is not a very good actor. I could see how you would think Seagal is maybe not a very good person. I would see how you think Seagal is totally full of crap and he's not really like this martial arts Zen expert and all this other stuff he claims to be. I'm not going to argue with any of that, but like Out for Justice and Above the Law, Under Siege 2, Marked for Death, like he was in some really good movies, and they're like dark, compelling thrillers about things like the international drug trade, corruption in the CIA, and that kind of stuff. And that's really kind of what this movie is. And I really love this movie. And it's getting like the Vinegar Syndrome, you know, 5-star treatment with like the amazing slipcase and artwork and everything like that. This is not included in Vinegar Syndrome subscriptions, in case you are a subscriber and you are interested in that. So here's what you get with this. It is a region-free Blu-ray. So hell to the yes, if you are in Region B, which I know a lot of people who watch this channel and a lot of huge fans of Hong Kong cinema are in Region B, you can still get this and watch it. It has a newly scanned and restored in 2K from 35mm original camera negative. So this is going to look banging. And if you look at the trailer they released, and if you look at the images Vinegar Syndrome has released, it looks banging. I am super excited about that. I already pre-ordered this. I'm super excited about it. It's presented in its original Cantonese language soundtrack with newly translated English subs, along with a Mandarin language dub track. That's interesting, actually, because when I watched this movie, it went back and forth between Cantonese and English. Although it would make sense that if you were showing it in Hong Kong, it makes sense that you would just dub the whole thing into Cantonese and put subtitles in it. But the version of it I saw was back and forth. Like the Hong Kong characters would speak Cantonese to each other, but then there was a lot of English spoken in the movie too. Brand new commentary track with film historian and author Sam Deegan. The Business of Revolution, a brand new interview with actor Vernon Wells. Undeclared Score, a brand new interview with composer Noel Quinlan. That's corny, but I like it. I like dad jokes. Reversible sleeve artwork and usually translated English subtitles. And then also coming out, like I said, is Made in Hong Kong Volume 1. So you might be thinking, what is this, Will? It is a pack of multiple films that I think are among like the trashier films that are kind of like the stuff that I think Vinegar Syndrome kind of made their name on, which is not to say that Vinegar Syndrome is trashy, and I'm not using trashy as a derogative term. I just is a way that I describe certain types of films, like grindhouse movies, like kind of like sleazy sex movies, like that kind of stuff. I just like serial killer films that are not like Silence of the Lambs, but like the trashier ones, like it's not, to me, that's not derogatory. It's just a description of these films. And I almost kind of say it lovingly. So this film, or this pack, has in it and this is coming out, like I said, as well as Undeclared War. This is coming out in January of 2023. So this is, and it's a 2-disc set, and it is region free. So you'll be able to pick this up wherever you are in the world. And it has The Demon's Baby. Legend has it, many years ago, 5 evil spirits were trapped inside ornate jars and sealed in the mountains to protect humanity from destruction. However, when a power-hungry ruler searching for treasure raids the secret chamber that houses these jars, he brings them home to his 5 wives, along with other riches that he uncovers. And then, as you would imagine, all hell breaks loose. Featuring an almost non-stop climax full of blood and mayhem, The Demon's Baby is high-energy horror with a style and humor similar to Sam Raimi's best work, Hong Kong Splatterfest. There you go. Erotic nightmare. This is basically just me every time I sleep. Sexually frustrated due to his wife's medical condition. That's not me. I'm just saying the title of the film. I'm an erotic nightmare, baby. Sexually frustrated due to his wife's medical condition, Yep finds himself preoccupied with dreaming about erotic encounters with beautiful women. Thanks to a chance encounter, Yep meets a modern-day sorcerer who promises to give him erotic dreams beyond his wildest imagination. Yes, Daddy. Yep can't help but take the man's intriguing proposition, and at first is very satisfied with the arrangement. Appropriately titled, Erotic Nightmare is a Hong Kong shocker that is equal parts sexploitation film and horrific morality tale. Featuring an excellent performance by Hong Kong legend Anthony Wong, Erotic Nightmare is sure to arouse the interest of any genre fans. Very nice use of the word arouse there. As you can see, I'm getting very sweaty and hot in my glass-filled study. It's really heating up like a greenhouse right now. A group of... and the third film, excuse me, and I should say what year these were released. So, oh, that's weird. So The Demon's Baby and Erotic Nightmare do not have release years on them, but the other one says 1999, the other one being The Deadly Camp. So here we go, 1988 to 1999. The total runtime is 256 minutes combined across all 3 films. So The Deadly Camp, released in 1999. A group of friends take a boat to a remote island to camp out and party for a few days. After arriving on the island, they soon discover that the people they were to meet there have gone missing. What's even more concerning is that the group of friends stumble across another group of campers who are also on the island looking for their missing friends too. After learning that the island is riddled with deadly traps, as islands sometimes are, things take an even more extreme turn for the campers when they find themselves being stalked and killed by a bandaged maniac wielding a chainsaw. Plot twist. Hell yeah. Unfairly labeled by many as the Hong Kong Friday the 13th, The Deadly Camp is true-to-life slasher film made with a Hong Kong flair. While borrowing heavily from many popular American films, The Deadly Camp still manages to stand on its own, thanks in part to young Hong Kong actors. And there's a surprise ending too, so there you go. And I really like slasher films. Like, I've been watching the Halloween movies recently. I had previously only seen the first 3, so I watched 4 and 5 recently. I thought they were really good. I watched all the Nightmare on Elm Street films last year, so I'm a big slasher fan. So that one sounds really interesting to me. So additional information, like I said, it's a 2-disc region-free set, newly scanned and rescored in 2K from original negatives, Erotic Nightmare commentary track with film historian and author Sam Deegan, The Deadly Camp commentary track with The Hysteria Continues, Anthony Wong, the Category 3 King, a video essay by film historians Sam Deegan and Charles Perks, The Demon's Baby, a video essay by author and critic Alexandra Heller-Nichols, 40-page perfect-bound book with essays by Bruce Holochek, Erica Schultz, and an interview with Anthony Wong by Arnaud Lenuc. Oh, wow, cool. I've emailed with him, Arnaud Luke. He's like a super, super nice guy. And he does a lot of stuff for Spectrum Films in France. Reversible sleeve artwork and a newly translated English subtitles and SDH subtitles. So, there you go. Made in Hong Kong and Undeclared War, both coming January of 2023 from Vinegar Syndrome. Region-free releases, so everyone all over the world can enjoy these wonderful films. My name is Will. You're watching Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this, and we will see you next time.